Okay, are we back now? Stream is still just a little bit delayed. Seems like it's delayed by about 10 seconds or so. It's always kind of been like that, though. So, I don't know. Okay, anyway, where were we? So, that was the event. A legend was heard that there were some lost children that had committed atrocities somewhere in the land. So, let's continue on. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We can just do the text here. Well, it was 3 minutes, but when I just restarted here, now it seems like it's about 10 seconds behind, 15 seconds behind. Every time it does that buffer, it puts the stream further behind where it actually is. So that's part of the problem, I'm afraid. Okay, so...
And what's the delay now?
Yeah, there. Okay. Anyway, so let's move on to that. Okay, that's not too bad. So next thing, Pocket Ninja, what do you want to do? Do you want to discover someplace new? Perhaps the place where these lost children are? Do you want to have a discussion about what direction the place should be going, or the community should be going? Or do you want to start a project to help the community?
Discover some coastal caves?
Coastal caves. Okay. Of course, now I've got to draw that.
That could have something to do with the kids or something.
Okay. So there's a cave. This definitely does not do well for drawing. Just pick that color. Okay, there's some caves on the coast, and now we are going to update the lore. No, I don't want that. I want to have this. We're going to update the lore, saying there were lost children in coastal caves. So this is just a legend of the lost children in the coastal caves. That doesn't necessarily mean that they are there, but it's possible that as we go and explore, maybe we find out that they are still there. Okay, so next turn, Zoc. Are these 4, 5, 6? I'm gonna pick this up and shuffle this again. Okay, the 6th event. All of these will happen at some point, but here we go. Are there children in the community? Or how old are the eldest members of the community? Yes, this is very topical.
Yeah, they are children in the community, and
Okay.
their role is, I don't know, mining. Whoa, mining work.
Oh, okay. Child labor in the mines. Okay. Let's do another clone here. And we will say this is for community. So we are putting our children to work in the mines. Child mining labor. Okay. So, maybe something that we can determine for that is that if we want to, say, start a project for mining, having children do it might mean that the work that they do is not necessarily as productive as adults, let's say. Also, one thing I have forgotten here. Well, so the way the projects work is that we're supposed to actually advance these projects the next turn around. every week. And so one thing I forgot to do was that this project for gathering wood has already been done. And I didn't mark it down here, which I had also forgotten about. So the wood has been gathered, the timber has been gathered. I'm going to go ahead and just say what the result of that is. We'll say timber will be taken off of the scarcity, and I need to get that on here because we've now collected a little bit of timber, and we have access to that forest. So I'm going to take that off there. Let's make another community thing over here. Well, let's just add it to the community. We now have access to a load of lumber. That can be used towards future projects. Okay, so Zoc, we did the children thing, so now do you want to discover something, have a discussion about something, or start a project?
I think we will go to the caves for some more children.
Okay, so that's your story then, is that we go to the caves and we discover these lost children that have been that have been lords of the flying it with each other, and we're trying to bring them back to civilization. Then is that the story we're going with?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we'll say we've now got some rescued wild children. And we'll have confirmed this in the lore. I'll just leave this in the lore, just as part of the story of the community. But I will say that this has been rescued. We did in fact find the children. Okay, next turn. Calum, you still here? What the heck? Okay, so that was 7 is next. No, that's alright. I don't think we're actually not really using Discord at the moment anyway. So for you, the events are, where is everyone sleeping? And who's unhappy with the arrangement? Or do we have natural predators roaming the area, and are we safe from them? This is something that we're going to have to start considering as well, is that all these little story elements are going to eventually impact the future decisions. So we're just kind of role-playing problems, I guess, is how it's meant to be. It's more, it's less of a role-playing game as it is more of a community storytelling game, I guess. But this is something that, for the game that I would be developing, or that rather we would be developing, because this is sort of going to be a direction that I would like to start taking the streams, we'll definitely gamify things a little more concrete for having shelter and all that, and the impact that will have. But for now, we're just sort of building a story.
Let's say there's some nice wolves running around.
There's some what?
Wolves?
Wolves? Okay. So let's put that under problems. Problems to be solved. We lack wheelbarrows, and there are roaming wolves. Okay. So, would you like to discover something, hold a discussion, or start a project? And while you're thinking about that, so the forest here. Let's go back to that and talk about, because I need to get in on this too a little bit better. We had that forest project that was only going to take a week. The problem that the community was facing is that we lacked wheelbarrows. So how did we get that wood back to the community? For me, as the game master, one of the things I could have done was say, well, this complication, this problem, meant that instead of 1 week, maybe it would have taken 2 weeks. And obviously, you know, when I removed the dye, it had been a couple weeks already, but... oh no. The stream's lagging again. But that could have been something that I then, you know, put forth, saying that, okay, the project is going to take a little bit longer because of the lack of wheelbarrows. Oh no. I may have to restart the stream again. But anyway, that has resolved itself. So I need to get on board a little bit more with that. So that's kind of where this all comes into play. You know, all of these little elements, like I said, build into the story, and I can throw complications in there because of things like that, or you guys can throw the complications in. You know, this is definitely meant to be a very community-driven game, I guess.
Are we waiting on me?
Yes. Just deciding what we're going to do this week. Is it? Okay. Let me restart the stream again.